doing on this Monday? I don't know if you noticed, but I have some of my face done already because I prepared for this time. No, really, I just I want to focus on the Urban Decay palette. So I did a little bit of prep. I don't know if you've heard of, there's a word called prep. It's short for preparing. I just learned about it recently, so. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I just thought I should tell you because it's like, I'm giving you a very matte face with a very sort of like dewy, moisturized neck, and it's all gonna come together. It's gonna be great. It's just gonna be great. All of it. Okay, here we are. How's it going? What's new? There's snow in Texas. Hell has indeed frozen over. Oh, you stop it now. I love parts of Texas. Hello, Beauty and the Frizz. Hello. Annalima, hi Kate, how are you? I got my blue balls today in the mail. Did you, Anna? Well, that is wonderful. I feel like that's just like an open door for so many things, and yeah, I can think of nothing. Let me go back up here. So if you stumbled upon this live stream, or you're watching it on replay because you searched for Urban Decay Naked Wild West eyeshadow palette, well, first of all, boy, have you come to the right place, because that's exactly what we're going to be focusing on today. Second of all, I always forget to say this, and forget to do this, but I am going to, once we're done with the live stream and I can go back in after it renders, I am going to timestamp when I start swatching and using the palette, because I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, this endless yammering. So I will timestamp it if you're watching it on replay. Okay. So what are people saying here? Let me check out the chat. What am I drinking? Oh, I think I forgot to change it in the description box, but it's a vodka cranberry. Thank you, Beauty and the Frizz. This is like one of the only warm toned scarves I could find, because this palette, it is warm and cool toned, but you know, you know what I'm saying. This is about it in terms of head wraps in that color range. Kristen, I watched 3 videos about the palette today. I'm on the fence, so I'm looking forward to your review. Oh, good. Good, I don't know. It's a first impression. Thank you, Melissa. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I've lost the comment. Damn it. So Emily Nataro, I feel like there's something wrong with my YouTube. Kate always comes in the middle of the sentence for me. Huh. That's a new one. What? In the middle of a... Huh. I don't know. Guys, I can provide you no information or help regarding YouTube. Don't ask me. I just do this for a living now. Don't ask me. I'm just scrolling up to see what I missed. Okay, I'm scrolling back down. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Okay, so let me take a drink. Oh, I see. Tail Raven reads. For me too, because an ad plays as soon as you go live. Right. Got it. Gotta get those ads in. So it's very cold here today, but it's not, I went on like a walk / errands run tonight before the live stream, and it was like, feels like 28 degrees. But guys, I like it. I like it. I'm a weirdo. I'm into that icy, frosty feel. And we're just gonna dig. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I want to just tell you what I do have on my face. So if you miss something or whatever, you don't know what I'm applying, it's all in the description box. You can find it all right there. But I wanted to tell you what I already put on. So because we're doing the Urban Decay palette, I decided to use this new Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator, which is what I have on my face, which I also set with my Charlotte Tilbury, my Char. And it's giving me a very matte, ghost-like finish. I think that's actually contradictory, because ghosts definitely are not matte, from what I've heard. But we're gonna warm it up. But that's what I'm using. And then I also used my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector for my concealer. And then I also used the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, which is definitely my most used Urban Decay product. This is definitely my go-to eyeshadow primer. If you don't have an eyeshadow primer and you're a person who loves to apply eyeshadow, it makes a difference. It really does. And I think that's everything I already applied. Oh yeah, I put my brows on, but that's boring because I literally use the same products all the time for my brows. So, okay, is today
President's Day.
Oh, it's President's Day. Wow. Didn't know that until now. On top of it. Sharon Katz, do creators not make ad revenue when someone subscribes? I'm confused. Oh no, we don't make any money if someone subscribes. That is totally just like a, I think one of my friends on YouTube described it best. She said, you know, when people subscribe, your subscriber number is basically like street cred. It really matters. It matters because it also makes other people subscribe, and it's like status, right? Because if you don't have a certain number of people subscribing, then other people are like, well, why would I give a shit about that person? And it's a whole thing. But no, we don't make money when someone subscribes. That's why we always say, hey, it's totally free, 100% free to subscribe. What? Sharon, no, when people up their YouTube so it doesn't play ads. What? Help me, I'm poor. What? I feel dumb right now. I feel really dumb. Kim Lingendorfer, Kate, there are no ads if you have Oh, are you asking about YouTube Premium? I'm sorry. Oh, understood. Got it. YouTube Premium, or YouTube Red or whatever. Did I make that up? If you have YouTube Premium, if you pay for YouTube Premium, you don't have any ads, and it also, yes, that does give revenue to the creator. Yes. Wow. Sorry. Guess the key term there was YouTube Premium. Sometimes I ask Randy to translate things for me because I literally, like, if sometimes I just don't know what people mean. I'm sorry. What do I think of the Urban Decay Hydrator? I think that this is actually less dewy than I thought it would be. I don't dislike it. It says it has marula oil, and I mean it's nice, but like I said, once I set it with my Charlotte Tilbs, I'm giving you like a very matte situation circa Cate in drama school in college, basically. Tail Raven reads, but you do get money from the, thanks for asking, guys. I mean, thanks for asking. Yes, I do receive money when you sign up to be a member, hence why that's basically like a support of my channel, basically. I highly recommend YouTube Premium, I have to say. I mean, I know it sounds like, well, why wouldn't I? But I have it. And I think it's somewhere between like $15 and $17 a month. And just no ads, just none. So I don't know. I think it's worth it, but I'm also clearly on YouTube. and I watch YouTube frequently because of it. Val Lushy. Val Lushy. This is expensive though. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. You know what I always say when people say things are expensive? It's so relative, isn't it? It's like, it's all what we decide to spend our money on. If that's expensive to you because you don't give a shit about watching ads, then it's expensive. And no one can disagree with you on that. You know, it's like a total value judgment. Premium. You're talking Val is talking about premium. I don't know. I mean, I pay for like all the streaming things. Like my life is just streaming services, and I'm just like, take my money. Everything's better here. Oh, it's $15 a month, whatever. Beauty and the Frizz, expensive is relative, I think. Yes, absolutely. Tail Raven reads, thank you. Thank you. Yes, you are all, everyone who is here right now and watching this on replay in the future, you are all supporting me in different ways, different levels, but like just by even being here, you are supporting me. And that brings me to, wait. Oh, Anne-Marie Coe said premium is awesome. The first month is free. Oh, damn. Well, I've been on it so long, I didn't even remember that. Always do the free month or the free week or the free 2 weeks or whatever it is. Just always do that. And then what I do is I put it in my notes in my phone. Cancel on this date. You know, just so you don't forget. Oh yeah, so I just like to do my little spiel, which is ways to support my channel, because we've already talked about that. But you can always give it a thumbs up, because there are 209 people. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm gonna do this all night long. It's just me doing this for 2 hours. So give it a thumbs up, because there are 210 people watching here and there are 94 thumbs up. So boop, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're enjoying my content, subscribe, because as we discussed before, it literally costs you nothing. Not one bit. Not one single cent does it cost you. So, I don't know why I'm British now, but subscribe, because it really gives me that street cred, yo. I am voguing Cate Langendorfer. Other things you can do, you can always, none of these things are required, okay? None of these things are required. You can also use a super chat feature. We all have a super chat. It lights your name. Oh, Sandra Lee. Oh, wow. Sandra Lee has got some great timing. Sandra Lee just sent a super chat in bright turquoise. Thank you, Sandra. You can also send like little stickers, and anyway, it's just a ton of fun. Super chat, and if you don't, wow. I'm having a stroke. If you want to donate to the channel, but you don't want YouTube to get their greedy, grubby hands on the 30% cut they get, you can also donate through the Venmo PayPal, which is located in my description box. And you can literally sit on your ass, watch me drink, and do none of these things. Oh, and the people whose names are lit up in green, those are members of my channel, the Good Job Gang. Better Off Fred has already texted me a picture of the most unflattering picture of myself, which I live for. I think I need to be keeping them in my phone, and I'm gonna do, she actually did a collage of all of like these photos of me on Instagram, and I hope I screenshotted it because it was fantastic. Sherry Riesbeck, when you mentioned your Good Molecules ad on Instagram, I went to see it and I couldn't find it. Yeah, you can't really intentionally seek out the ads. They just have to present themselves on their own, you know, as ads annoyingly do, where you're like, I don't want to see that. That's when my ad's gonna pop up. But I can't even find it. Someone has to like tag me in it for me to even see it. So, Beth Cohen, you're British because you vogued and channeled your inner Madonna. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Jessica, has anyone bought furniture off of Wayfair? I'm looking for an affordable couch and bed frame, but I'm afraid they might be made out of toothpicks. What's the quality of their products? Guys, can you just send me a bunch of random questions because I'm obsessed with reading them? Well, I can speak to this question because this bed behind me, if anyone was around in June, our bed broke, and get your minds out of the fucking gutter because it wasn't we literally, like, this is our main piece of furniture in the apartment because we live in a studio apartment, okay? We eat on the bed, okay? So it broke. It was a disaster. It was a disaster. And I found this bed on Wayfair, and is it not fantastic?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It's great. There's no noise. Like, I can get up and like he can't tell that I'm getting up. Maybe this is how people with nice beds feel. They're just like, yeah, that's how a bed is. Well, I didn't know because I had an IKEA bed for 10 years and it was, well, it broke like a toothpick. So, Jessica, thanks guys. This is the place for random questions. Great. I didn't know that, but bring them on. No, seriously though, Wayfair, they have great things. I also got, I think you can pay to, like, you don't want to, guys, if you don't want to assemble your furniture, you can literally pay. There's so many ways to get people to do that for you. I think Wayfair has like their own furniture assembly. I don't know. Anyway, you'll see when you go to the website. Linda with a Y, is it weird that I'm watching you on 2 screens? I mean, I'm not mad about it. Sorry, I just spat. Ink ups some. As long as you don't channel your outer Madonna. I'll try. I mean, yeah, no, that won't be happening. If we send Val Lushy is asking another question. If we send you something to your address from abroad, this is okay for you, or maybe we'll have customs fees. Guys, I don't know. I don't know things. I literally don't know things. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I don't know. I'm sorry. Val, but thank you, Val, for asking. I'm sorry that I'm an idiot. Beauty in the Frizz just sent a super chat. I don't get a chance to catch all your videos, but just wanted to know how much I enjoy your lives. Your personality is so my vibe. Thank you so much. Beauty in the Frizz is a YouTube channel. And she's fantastic. She does lives as well as, I think, normal videos as well. Am I misspeaking? So please go check her out. She's absolutely gorgeous. I love her whole vibe as well. So, and I'm not just saying that because she paid me $5, okay? I mean, I know I'm a cheap whore, but I'm not just saying that because she paid me $5. Oh, Catherine Adams is weighing in on the customs fees. There are rarely custom fees for US deliveries except in excess of $800. See? Someone knows things, and it's Catherine Adams. We all knew we could rely on someone named Catherine Adams to know things, didn't we? Wasn't that who in school? She was like the desk over to your left, and you were like, what does Catherine have to say? Val, thank you again for asking the question. Yes, Tamara L said, Beauty in the Frizz is great. Love her content and personality. Agreed. Emily Nataro, did you know that the friend version of a crush is called a squish? Like if you want to be friends with someone. I didn't know that. Is that what you're saying you feel about me? Am I putting the cart before the horse? That just makes me think of cute aggression because I've talked about this, but we had a cat named Bill when I was growing up, and he was literally like a person. He was the best. He was gray and white. He was half Persian, half something else. And he would flop down on the floor and just expose his tummy like a dog. And I would put my foot down upon his stomach and I'd just be like, too much. I want to kill you. But I didn't actually want to kill him. It was just a lot of, like, it was too much cute. And I was just like, I can't handle it. And I don't know what else to do other than to kill you. Is that how you feel about me? Is that what you're saying? I'm pretty sure that's what you're saying. I'm just kidding. Kim McConnell, I was the person in high school where the teachers told me to stop raising my hand. They'd call on me if no one answered right. Kim, that sounds super, so you were annoying in high school is what you're saying. I'm dead. Okay, so yes, Kim Langendorfer, like biting baby toes, but not really biting them. That's always how I felt about like Joe Pesci in Home Alone, where he's like, they have Macaulay Culkin at the end, like hanging from the door. And he's like, I'm going to bite off like he's talking about biting off his fingers. And I'm always just like, this is a little too cute. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like this is very precious. And if you had like stepped on nails and tar and like been glue is on your face with feathers and like all the things that he put him through, it would be more intense than like, I just want to bite your little fingers off. Too random? Brought it to mind. Okay, let's get going, shall we? So let me put this stuff away so we have some room. One thing I did not do, we're gonna pick up at the bronzing part. Wait, Katie, how do you feel about The Breakfast Club? Some same cast as St. Elmo's Fire, unless you want to save it for a box office episode. Well, I think I have to break up the Brat Pack stuff because people are just gonna think that I am like a Brat Pack channel. I like The Breakfast Club. I think I'd like to see it again. I haven't seen it in a long time. Have you seen The Breakfast Club?
It's one of those ones that I've seen in pieces, but I haven't seen it like the whole way through.
Well, we need to see it, obviously. Like I need to see it again. We need to see it fully. Okay, so while I'm chit-chatting, I'm going to go in with my Gucci bronzer. I haven't used bronzer in a hot minute just because I'm so pasty and I don't want to, whatever. You know what I'm saying. This is the Gucci bronzer in the shade Light. And we're just gonna even though this palette is, oh wow, oh, okay. Paler than I thought. I'm paler than I thought. Cate, really be careful in. Jeez Louise. Okay. So I'm going to be really a little bit more precious about this. So if you guys don't know, there's this new series on my channel. I'm making it a thing. And I'm sorry if you've heard me talk about it, and I'm sorry if you've already seen it, but a lot of people haven't seen it, so I don't care. I'm going to talk about it anyway. It's called Box Office Beat. Name thought of completely by Randy. Super catchy name. And it's basically where I discuss a movie and I do my makeup while I talk about the movie. So it's very much in the vein of like Bailey Sarian, Better Off Red. They talk about true crime. I know Jamie French is now doing like a movie and makeup series. I've been doing this actually on and off on my channel for a few years, and I really love it. I really love it. So I want to commit to it. So the first video in the series went up the other day, and it is about St. Elmo's Fire. So, and here's the thing, like, I know some people are like, I don't really, sorry, I just got a notification. I didn't see that movie. I didn't grow up in that time. I don't care. Here's the thing. It doesn't even matter because I recap the movie for you in a way that I would hope is way more entertaining than maybe even the movie might be. It's a very short recap, like a 20-minute recap with a drink, of course. So even if you're like, I don't care about the movie, just watch it anyway, because I'm gonna probably roast it and make fun of it, and it's gonna be rad. So just saying. Tamara L said, what movie will be discussed in your next box office beat? I think I'm gonna do Devil Wears Prada for my next one. I love Devil Wears Prada, and I've seen it so many times, and it's also New York centric. So keep an eye out for that. So I'm going like really light with the bronzer because, like I said, you know, it's winter times and I am a pasty ghost gal. Yes, people are quoting Devil Wears Prada. I mean, it's so quotable. It's such a great, great movie. Kim Langendorfer, I've never seen Devil, so that's my home. Okay, yeah, Kim, get on it. Jeez Louise. Oh, Greatest Showman. That's a great... Did I just make that up? Did someone just said Greatest Showman, right? Okay, I'm notating that. Hold, please. Greatest Showman. Because that movie was ridiculous and so fun to watch. Okay. That's actually, gosh, I can't believe we didn't think of that. It's really good. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the bronzer down because if I go any further, it's gonna be too much. And I also wanted to mention the bronzer brush that I have two of these. You've heard me talk about them before, but this is the Rephr 22 bronzer brush. It is my favorite bronzer brush. I put it in the description box. Rephr is running this deal right now where if you sign up for a free account that will take you seconds, you'll get 30% off your entire purchase and you get 1,000 refer points. So just saying, this is like probably my most used brush next to the BK Beauty Bunny on the Face powder brush. Meg Luke's Elmo's Fire is on Amazon Prime right now, and the day before you posted your video, I was considering watching it, but decided not to because it actually made me sad. Why did it make you sad? Tell me more. I'm just scrolling up to see what I missed here. Jamie K, Devil Wears Prada makes me angry. Why are her friends / boyfriends so mean to this chick when she's just trying to work? I actually kind of feel the same way. It's like, okay, do you understand that I'm working for Meryl Streep? Like, can everyone just give me a break? Aren't they also like 25? Everyone calm down, okay? Everyone calm down. This is great. This is great. This is giving me material. Thank you, Jamie K. Meg Lucas, we're talking about St. Elmo's Fire now. We're skipping around. Meg Lucas, Demi Moore's character and Rob Lowe's make me sad. I don't feel that way. Listen, I'm not trying to diminish drug use, but like that is sad. Okay, that's very sad. Demi Moore, actually, if you watch the video, you'll hear trivia, because I also do trivia, but Demi Moore was doing soaps before this. This is something I forgot to put in the video, and it's actually a really interesting side note. So, St. Elmo's Fire, Demi Moore wasn't super famous yet. She was doing soaps, and apparently, Joel Schumacher saw Demi Moore in his office because John Hughes rejected her, like didn't want to use her. I don't know. It was very vague. But anyway, Joel Schumacher, I believe this is correct, saw her and was like, that's his character. I have to have her. And like grabbed her and pulled her in for an audition. I'm just like, that shit doesn't happen anymore. That's like one of those old, like, Hollywood stories. I saw her in the hallway. I just had to have her. Like, what? Let me tell you, that shit does not happen anymore. Like, just being discovered on the street, like, fuck you. Like, that sounds great. Why doesn't that happen anymore? Because there's too many people. There's too many people. So anyway, she had a cocaine addiction problem, and they made her go to rehab before she did the video, before she did the movie, where she played a cocaine addict. How's that for you? Yes, John Hughes stood her up in a meeting. That's correct. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. She was on General Hospital. Yes. It's just funny because I hope this doesn't make me sound insensitive, but if you watch my box office beat video, I talk about how Rob Lowe and Demi Moore's storylines are the least compelling to me. Like, I literally, the next time I ever watch it, I'm just gonna fast forward through them because I'm like, all right, yeah, we get it. Jennifer Bowen, Kate, because of you, I fake smoke when I'm making a super valid point. It's my checkmate. Wow, I honestly feel like really honored. Meredith Inglesby, hi. Okay, well, now we're gonna get into the palette. So I haven't even unboxed it yet. Oh, thank you, Tail Raven Reads. She sent me a your #1 GIF sticker thing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so here we are. Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. So let me tell you the reason why this spoke to my soul. One, I haven't had like a new Urban Decay Naked palette in years. They were actually the oldest thing in my collection, and I just had to, I didn't have to, but I chose to, I did have to because I have no space. So I had to declutter them, and I like never used them. They were relics. But this, if you guys don't know this about me, like I spent a lot of years in the West. I went to school in Wyoming. My favorite form of shoe is a cowboy boot. I have three or four pairs of gorgeous cowboy boots. You know, when we used to wear shoes when it mattered. Now I just wear whatever. So I am like a huge Western vibes person. So this is like, I have to get this. This just looked too fun. Also, like, look at, you open it, it says most wanted. So fun. Christine asks, what's in Wyoming? That's a great question. What is in Wyoming? A whole lot of nothing. That's, no, I went to school in Wyoming. My dad is from Wyoming. He worked at University of Wyoming, and then I ended up going to the theater program there, which is actually very excellent, which is so random. But, oh, this is nice. Wow. Okay, Urban Decay. I don't know if you can tell this. Well, yeah, you can. That looks gorgeous, even from my viewpoint. Look at how beautiful this palette is on the outside. It's almost like 3D. It's like this teal and copper snakeskin behind it, and then you have the name. A Very Happy Life. Cate, I have trouble picturing you in Laramie. Good. Good. Let's keep it that way. I don't even, yes, correct. You're correct. That's a correct thought you're having. Peachy, are y'all tired of naked palettes, or do you love them? So I haven't tried a naked palette in years. So I just can't get over, this is maybe the most beautiful outside of a palette I think I've ever seen. It's like 3D, right? So pretty. Okay. And this is the inside right here. Oh, so gorgeous. And you know, the thing, I mean, obviously I've seen a lot of pictures of this palette, so I knew what I was getting into. And I think it's perfect because there are so many neutrals in it. There are cool tones and warm tones. There's something for everyone. This is like an everyday palette, but you also have these pops of color, which is very much like this turquoise pop of color. You have these metallics right here. I'm gonna swatch these for you. And also, okay, Urban Decay, I guess over the years you got it together with the brush, because this is a nice brush, double-sided brush that you get in here. I mean, I know they always give you a brush, but this looks like, you know, a little nicer. This just feels like a very substantial palette. You do have a really nice mirror. I'm scrolling up to see what I missed. Claudia Levesque, I lived in Laramie for 6 months, spent most of it on a horse, loved it. Wow. That, I don't hear that very often. I mean, I very rarely meet anyone who's ever been to Wyoming. Can I just put a little bit of concealer on this giant pimple on my chin? I mean, let's just hide her a little bit. We're gonna call her, what should we call her? Think of something Western. Think of a Western name. First one who says it. Dolly. Okay, that's the first Western name I saw. Dolly. Okay, great. Thank you, Clarissa Fell. You win. Nothing. Okay. No, Wyoming is really beautiful. I don't mean to disparage Wyoming. It is truly beautiful. It is one of the least populated states besides Alaska, unless that's changed, which I'm pretty sure it has not. I have spent a lot of time in Jackson Hole, which is like it's like the Aspen of Wyoming, basically. Okay. So we're going to dig into this. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Oh, this is so, I just can't explain it. But you know when something just feels good in your hands, it's not too heavy. Like a Pat McGrath palette is a little too heavy. It's just right. There's so many neutrals, I'm almost a little overwhelmed. Well, we're going to start with, no, I'm sorry, we're going to swatch them. Okay, so I love the names. The names are super fun. They're part of the fun. So we're going to start over here with the matte neutrals, the lightest ones. These are not going to be that exciting, okay? But I do enjoy the fact that there's quite a range here. So those are the, let me stop blowing this out too much. So this is, you can barely see it. This is Standoff, Spur, and Nudie, which what is that like for Nudie Bar? We're gonna go with that. Then I'm gonna do the next three here, which are some metallics and another matte. I always think swatches look better on my fingers than on my arm. Thank you, Peachy Mariam. Okay, so, wow, look at, wow. This would be a really nice blingy highlight. So this is Hold'em. This is Cowboy Rick. And this is Laredo. Wow, I'm like really impressed with that. That's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, next three are these three right here. These three. Okay, so this is Bud. Oh, wow, I just went over the top of the other one, sorry. Bud. Rustler. Ooh, oh, wow. And Ghost Town. These are great. This is just a great concept for a palette. I mean, I'm biased, like I said, because I love Western stuff, but it's a whole, I mean, the whole idea of it is like a desert look to the palette. So pretty. Definitely gonna use Bud. Definitely gonna use Rustler. These two right here. Okay, and then the last three, these three right here. Oh, so we have Whiskey. Yes, Whiskey. And look at how nice that, you know, a lot of times when you swatch a matte, it just doesn't swatch well. It's patchy. Look at how well that swatched. This is Tex. Oof. A nice dark teal. And this is Pony Up. A nice, like, brownish black. Chocolate brown, if you will, I guess. It's cool tone though, so not chocolate, actually. Oh, is Audra at home here? Yes. Let me just take, what did I miss? What did I miss? Audra at home, quick hello from Arctic, Texas, back to conserving my cell phone battery. Well, hello, Audra. I hope you're bundled up. I know these Texans do not know how to handle the cold, and I mean, clearly, why would you? So I hope you guys, you know, put on all the sweaters you always wanted to wear, you know? I don't know. I don't know how to talk to people in climates like that. I would live in like a ice tundra if I could. I've also lived in climates like that, so I've seen it all. Okay. Maybe this is a good night to watch Urban Cowboy. You've never seen Urban Cowboy, have you?
I have not.
Okay, so this is the full arm. I'm in love. I know Sarah Better Off Red is gonna do a video about this, and I can't wait to see this, all of these shades on her, because I feel like just on a redhead, it's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. Urban Cowboy would be a good box office beat. Okay, I will put it on the list. I'll put it on the list. Okay, so now I'm gonna start using the palette. And this mirror is nice enough that I can use this mirror. So I'm gonna use Standoff first, which is the lightest shade. I'm gonna try using their brush. So yeah, I went to school at University of Wyoming, which is in Laramie, Wyoming, and it was, I'm so bad with timelines and years, it's embarrassing. So we graduated in 2001 from high school, and then, so I think I got to Laramie by 2002. Because I spent a year at Cincinnati Conservatory of Music. Anyway, I transferred to University of Wyoming. And this is literally the color of my lid, and I'm not mad about it. I mean, if anyone's not as pasty as me, this might be a little light for you. But that's the other thing too. I think like this could suit a lot of complexions, which is nice. I'm just going to put this literally all the way up to the brow bone because it's, again, just a really nice base. And I'm going to put a little bit under my lash line as well. Wow, I can't believe how that's literally the color of my skin. So yeah, it was right after Matthew Shepard. Not right. Matthew Shepard, I believe, happened. Can you check on this for me? I think it was 99. Is that right? 98, 99. If you don't know who Matthew Shepard was, you should. He was a gay man who was, I don't want to really darken everything here, but he was a gay man who was beaten to death in the outskirts of Laramie, Wyoming by two men who he met at a bar in Laramie, which was the Fireside, which still existed when I was there, but it was oftentimes like closed down. Laramie is interesting because 1998, Sharon said. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, thank you. So yeah, they made the Laramie Project movie on HBO, which if you haven't seen it, it really is for the most part excellent. And of course that was based off of the play that Moises Kaufman did about Laramie. It was just really interesting. I mean, I was young, so I don't even know, I didn't, know how to talk about it or talk to people about it, but like I had seen the Laramie Project movie. I hadn't seen the play. And then I went to school in Laramie, and it was kind of crazy because while I'm yammering, let me do nudie. It was kind of crazy because if you see the play or the movie, those are actual people, like the characters are actual people who exist. And they use their actual names. So I had seen the movie a couple times, and then like I moved to Laramie, and then I just ended up knowing those people who were characters in the movie. It was very surreal, but also it was, I was 20, 20? No, I was 19 at the time. 18, 19. So I was sort of like captivated by that, but also like, in retrospect, when I look back on that, it's like, well, that's not really, it's just a weird thing to be captivated by because it was such a tragedy for the town. So, like when I went to University of Wyoming, if you watch the movie and the play, sorry, I keep repeating that, but I do want to say that it started out as a play. Like Rebecca Hilliker, who's played by, Ally McBeal, Candace, shoot. Can you look up who played Rebecca Hilliker in Laramie Project? She's Candace. Oh my gosh, I am losing it. I used to know all of this by heart. Anyway, Cameron Manheim. So sorry. She portrayed Rebecca Hilliker, and then I came to the theater department, and Rebecca Hilliker obviously was the head of the theater department. And it was like I was so starstruck. I didn't even know how to talk to her because I had known her as a character in this movie, which is based on real people. It was like one of the most surreal. Yes, I'm talking about the Laramie Project because I went to school in Laramie. So it was one of the most surreal things to come to Laramie after all of that happened and after, that movie had been made. And a lot of people in the town, I mean, no one really talked about it. And you might think to yourself, I wish my friend Heather was here because we went to college together in Laramie in the theater department. But you might think, oh, well, that's shitty that no one talked about it. Like, people should be talking about it. But I think it's like anything that happens in a town that is so, like, that's how Laramie is known now because of this horrible hate crime that happened to Matthew Shepard. And it doesn't, it's one of those things where if you watch the Laramie Project, people are quoted as saying like, well, this isn't our town. This isn't who we are. And it's like, no, it's how a lot of towns are. And it's who a lot of people are in those towns. I don't think it's fair to say that it represents Laramie because a lot of people who live in Laramie, it doesn't represent them. But there are people who it does represent. And so like, it was sort of this, I think the town felt exploited by Moises Kaufman. I don't know if anyone gives a shit about what I'm talking about. I should probably look at the chat. But this is the West. This is where I went to school. So I figured it was relevant. I had a taxi driver, Claudia. I had a taxi driver in Laramie who went to school with the kids who murdered Matthew Shepard. So many people in the town know them. The driver said that no one could believe these kids could do that. Yeah, so Aaron McKinney and I can't remember the names of the two men who murdered Matthew Shepard, but they're both in prison. And yeah, it was I mean, I knew people who knew them. Like I went to school with people who like grew up in Laramie and stuff like that. So it was just, this is actually just a really pretty it's very subtle, but like, do you see how beautifully this is blending? Anyway, I'm sorry, this is a really heavy topic. But yeah, so like Laramie, for me, a lot of people like, how could you live there? Like, I can't picture you there, but It's a really weird divide of like an academic town, like a really crunchy granola, liberal kind of hippie academic town, and also not that. So it was, you kind of got both sides. It was interesting. Anyway. Jessica, it's your channel. Talk about whatever you damn well please. Jessica's here for the win. I'm going to literally go back after this, screenshot Jessica's comment, and just keep it in my photos to remind me all the time of what she said. because. If you don't know about, like, I can't tell you how many people don't know who Matthew Shepard is. Like, even, like, I remember hearing about, you know, people were interviewing, after I graduated, interviewed kids who were going to University of Wyoming. Do you know who Matthew Shepard is? And people, not people, these kids, they are people, kids didn't know. They didn't know. And it was like really, really upsetting, because it's like, okay, this was not just a thing for this town. It was a thing for the country. And I really, the Matthew Shepard murder that happened really opened up everything for hate crimes. You know, it made us all aware of what that was. I think that was the first thing I ever heard about, where it's like, what's a hate crime? Oh, that's a hate crime. Karen K, I appreciate that you talk about difficult subjects. So many influencers live in a bubble and are afraid to talk about things that, oh, that's nice. Thank you, Karen. Well, the whole world did know, but I mean, also a lot of the world lives under a rock, and yeah, a lot of kids these days don't know those things. So we should educate people on how, you know, like, I have a lot of gay friends in the city, and one of my best friends who is a gay man told me that that was like kind of a life-changing situation for him. Like, he actually felt seen and heard. I mean, of course not, don't misunderstand me, not because of the murder, but because, like, people were saying, okay, this is a thing. Gay people are being discriminated against, and this isn't okay. And this is a specific crime that's happening against not just gay people, all sorts of minorities. But you know what I'm saying? So it really changed the game in terms of how we look at hate and hate crimes. And I just think everyone needs to know about Matthew Shepard. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. And I wasn't there at the time, but I was there for the aftermath. And that's all. That's also a Devil Wears Prada quote. That's all. Okay. Sandra Lee, I never really thought about the gay community until Matthew Shepard and the AIDS epidemic. Yeah. Claudia, so agree with your take on this crime and the two sides of Laramie. I mean, it was interesting because, and I'm sorry, I knew to be. Let's talk about the Laramie Project and the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. I should probably go back and change the title. I'm going to go in with Laredo. And I'm still using this brush because those colors were so chill. So I just love how these are building. Like, it's so subtle, you know, but they're so buttery. This is a vegan palette. I guess I should have said that earlier. And this is a cool tone. Laredo is like a cool tone brown. So I actually had the chance to do, when I went back as a guest artist and there was a Laramie Project play that was written called Laramie Project 10 Years Later. And Moises Kaufman is the man who wrote the Laramie Project, and it's just, it's hard because he, you know, I had a chance to meet him very briefly. I remember I met him like after, I think it was after that performance. I might, not exactly, it's been a long time, but I met him and it was like this huge deal because he's incredibly famous. And he was so dismissive and so rude. And actually Rebecca Hilliker was the person who introduced me to him. And, you know, I just hadn't really, I had a different perspective on Moises Kaufman than everyone else did, because it's like he wrote this incredible play, and I think it was important in a lot of ways, and it really brought attention to things, especially when the HBO movie was made from the play. But it also was very exploitative of the town. So it's like, it's very complicated, because while I think the town really took a huge hit and is sort of has like a giant red A on their chest, it, you know, they took one for the team and in terms of hate crimes. But I can also understand why the town is resentful. Not all of the town, some of the town is resentful of Moises Kaufman because he really depicted, I'm not even going to say he depicted it inaccurately, because I don't even know that that's the case. But he really came into the town to tell a story. You could also use the word exploit the town in order to write a play about it. And he did it very unapologetically, and I'm not even saying that that's bad. I'm just saying it was what it was. And I can understand how people wanted to move on. They wanted to, it was very painful, and you know, it'll always be known for that. So it's interesting to live in a place that has such a stigma associated with it. That's kind of like, I guess, my point. Peachy, well, men are often unapologetic. That's true. That's very true. Tail Raven reads, I hate when that happens. I've met so many authors who have disappointed me in person. Yeah, and it wasn't even like I wanted, like I expected him to be like Mary Sunshine, because I didn't, but he was just so, anyway, it's, you know, it happens. It's fine. So let's move on to the next shade. Yeah, amazing NDN. Well, it's hard to be known for the worst thing that ever happened where you're from, especially if you didn't have anything to do with it. Sure. Sure. And I think that's how a lot of people felt in the town, but I can also see I can see both sides, you know what I mean? And yeah. Okay, so let me do, I think I'm going to go in with Ghost Town, which is this matte rust. I am loving this palette, guys. I love how it blends so beautifully. And I mean, I have respect for a pigmented palette. And I'm not saying it's not pigmented, but I'm saying that like, I like when things are seamless. I don't want to put like a shade on my eye and be like, oh my God. Oh God. Back it up, 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 back it up. Look at how beautiful that is. Hi, Crushing Colors. I'm good. How are you? Ann Garber, I was extremely lucky to grow up in a family with 2 out gay men and a very supportive family. It was just normal for me, and this was back in the 80s. Wow. Well, that's awesome. That's fantastic. I don't know anyone else who has that experience. I really don't. I think, oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I think that a lot of Laramie like saw, it was very much like Moises Coffin came in and they were from New York City. It was the Tectonic Theater Project. And it felt like these New York City people coming in and just like deciding to tell their story and being kind of cavalier about it. And like I said, unapologetic. And I do get that. Peachy, is the formula too soft to show on tan medium skin? I don't think so, because I think it was Karen Harris, has olive skin, and she loved this palette from what I could see. So I really love that rust color though, I have to say. Oh, the bird cage. Oh, that's a good one. That's a great one to do. Great movie to do for Box Office Beat. Faux show. Okay, now, gosh, I have to say I'm using a lot of shades. I'm very proud of myself. Just going over this with like a clean brush here. And now I'm gonna do, I feel like I need to use, oh shoot. It's hard because I want to use Rustler, which is this shade right here. I'm gonna pat it on with my finger. Let me see. Okay, that's really nice. I'm gonna use Bud. I'm definitely gonna use Bud. I think I'm gonna use it as a liner. That's really pretty, but it's blending in a lot with what I already have going on. So to just, let me see, I'm gonna use Hold'em. No, I think I need to use this. This is Cowboy Rick. Claudia, I felt both horrified about what happened in Laramie and quite protective of the town. Yep. By the way, you've sold me on this palette. Oh, sweet. Okay. Oh. So this is the shade I'm putting on. This is Cowboy Rick. Hi, Scars to Stars Beauty. Danny's here. Yes. Jessica, turquoise on the lower lash line. Thoughts? Jessica, didn't you ask about Wayfair and if she should purchase furniture there? I just think it's funny when, anyway, never mind. It's like when you're the person who's talking and like it would be like if you were in like a group, like having a dinner party, and then you're like, I think I'm really vibing on this whole look. I don't know why you'd be talking about this at a dinner party, but go with me here. And you're like, I think I'm going to put turquoise on my lower lash line. And then everyone turned away from you and was like, what do you guys think? Thoughts? Anyone? Or turquoise on the lower lash line? Yes, no. No, not you. Not you. Everyone else. Okay, this silver is like probably a one and done for me, and I love it. I love the mix of cool and warm tones. Oh, is Tina here? Shit, Tina. Tina, I know I'm the latest to the party, but I'm loving the names of these shades. Tina's also a Western girl. Tina's from Montana. She's from Billings. No, Jessica, I'm just giving you hell. I'm sorry. It just, as a YouTuber, it's like when someone enters into the comment section, they're like talking to everyone else but you, and it's like, no, this is literally my comment. But this is like literally my comment section. Like, this is literally, I'm the person running it. Jessica, don't be sorry, you cracked me up. Oh, good. So glad. So glad. Oh, it's from my thoughts too. Oh, that's good. Well, clearly I think that the turquoise should go on the lower lash line because I said it. But Jessica, thanks for having a sense of humor. I do appreciate it. That's always appreciated on my channel. Because I have a feeling there are forums of people talking about how, well, just basically divulging the fact that they don't have a sense of humor regarding my channel. Okay. So now I'm going to take that standoff shade right there, and I'm just going to do my brow bone and clean that up, and then I'm going to do my eyeliner. Tina, what's your, Jenna Phrase is here. Hi. Jenna, am I pronouncing your last name correctly? I don't think you, I've never seen you here before. Welcome. What red am I drinking? Oh, girl. Girl. This is Tito's and Cran. It's a vodka Cran. Oh, that reminds me of when Western Stories, because Western Palette, when I was working in Jackson Hole and I was 21 years old and I went to the bar with my cousin Jensen and I had like, I don't even want to think about it. I had like 7 vodka crayons or something. Let me tell you, sick for days. Days. I think it might have been the Cowboy Bar in Jackson Hole. Can't remember. Can't quite remember. Oh man, Jackson Hole. Those are some good old times. Yeah, I did a summer of theater there. And let me tell you how theater does. That's not Western in Jackson Hole. Not well. Not well. Not well. We had audiences of like 20 people. We did I Love You, You're Perfect Now Change, which I don't think has aged very well. It's very like, it's honestly very subdued, but it felt very like edgy at the time. It's not edgy. It's just about couples and relationships. And I remember a lot of the people who would come through town were Mormon. I can't tell you how many people would get up and leave. Like we would have an audience of like 20, 30 people and like a family would get, it's like, why would you think this is, go see Annie Get Your Gun across the street. Everyone just honest to God, fuck off. Okay, great. Glad we got that out there. Boop. Wait, did Tina share? Tina's also an actor and a singer. And she said, oh my God, that show did feel edgy. No one knows what we're talking about, Tina. We're just literally doing this just ourselves. Tina, did you share a favorite Western memory? Tina, share a favorite Western memory from Billings, Montana. Go. She's not going to know where to begin. She's probably drunk. Did I miss Jenna? Sorry, I'm scrolling back up to see what I missed. Oh my God, I'm so jealous you can drink and do your makeup so beautifully. Mine would look like a child did it. Well, that's because I drink a lot. Jenna, there's no secret. It's called drinking a lot. That's what it's called. It's also called being a Clydesdale, like being just like a very large Viking, like 5'10" Viking. Okay. So, what the hell am I doing right now? Okay. So, wow, how many times can I say okay, 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 okay? Let's do this bud. This is the shade. Boop. Boop. And I am going to take, this might be too teensy tines. Let me find a better pencil brush. Here, let me clean off an old dirty pencil brush. How about that? Yep, it's clean. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the, whatever, her setting spray. Just gonna wet it. And then I'm going to take Bud. Let's see how that goes. It might not be pigmented enough. We'll see. No, we're gonna take Tex. I feel like instantly relaxed just by the names and the theme of this palette. I'm like almost not daunted by it because I'm like, it's a Western palette. I'll be fine. That's weird, right? That's weird. Oh, I have a notification. Oh, I have a couple. Oh, shoot. Emily. Live stream awesomeness. Emily just sent me a $15 super chat. Thank you, Emily. And then Miss Sherry Ford showed up. She says, happy Monday. It's 15 degrees here in Austin. Power has been off and on all day. We'll have to go back and watch the beginning. Stay warm and stay safe, everyone, in this mess. She sent a $75 super chat because that's just the kind of woman she is. Thank you to both Emily and Sherry. Okay, this is the shade I'm using right here. It's like a matte dark teal. I think this is more appropriate for the upper lash line. Oh, Tina said, oh man, the pressure, I'm drunk. Okay, Tina, don't feel pressure. Don't feel pressure. No pressure. Okay, so I have to, this is actually like a really pretty eyeliner shade. So I have to tell you guys, thank you, Justine. Hi, Justine. I'm gonna do a little baby flick. Baby flick. So there is this meal service I have to tell you about because it's a game changer. We're obsessed with it. You probably heard about it. It was just getting to a point, especially after these live streams, where we were just ordering all the time, or like I was cooking, but I had like, it would take forever. You know, it would just, we would eat super late. So we had to figure something else out. And we started subscribing to this meal service called Freshly. Guys, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. If you're a person who a few nights a week, you're like, I can't be bothered to cook, run, do not fucking walk. This, let me tell you what this is. And I don't care if I sound like a salesperson, okay? Go fuck yourself, because it's amazing. So just whatever. It is a meal service where chefs, oh, Rose is saying she loves Freshly. So these are gourmet meals that are pre-made. You pop them in the microwave for 3 minutes and they're done. They're incredible. I'm like, what have I been doing all this time? I'm doing Blue Apron, I'm doing HelloFresh, and those are great, like, yay, whatever, but like my kitchen is tints. And sometimes I just want to pop something in. It's delicious. We had umami turkey. I'm sorry, my mouth just burst with saliva. Umami turkey meatloaf over a cauliflower mash that tastes like mashed potatoes and creamed spinach. It was under 500 calories. And here I am. I'm a commercial for Freshly, but seriously, it's so good. And we're in. We're full on in. How long can I line this eye? That's the other question. For so long, though. I know, Clarissa fell. I thought you were gonna cry. No, there was just saliva bursting out of every gland in my mouth. That's all that was happening. I'm telling you right now, if you don't want to cook any night of the week, why isn't everyone doing this? I'm so confused. I'm literally so confused. I feel like no one's talking about it. I don't even understand. So, saliva attack, yes. Let me do the other eye. Guys, I'm using so many shades. I'm so proud of myself. We also had a buffalo, like the moistest piece of buffalo chicken you have ever tasted. It was spicy, but not too spicy. I don't, just run, do not walk. Yes, I did put my referral code in the description box. You're welcome, because it's going to get you $40 off of your first 2 orders or whatever. It's basically saving our lives. Because you know what we do if we don't do that? We order like $60 worth of sushi. That's what we do. So, just saying. They also have like a fit menu that's high protein, low carb. Like I said, the just spray this again. The cauliflower mash literally tastes like mashed potatoes, and it's half the carbs. It's so good. Anyway, I just have to like let you know, because I don't understand why more people aren't discussing this. Why is this not wet enough? Damn it. Get wet. I don't know why that's not. Hold on a second. Actually, let me try a different brush. While you guys are really hanging in there with me. Really hanging in. Oh, here it is. A little liner brush. Okay, we're done. Okay, now we're using Bud. I hope it shows up on the lower lash line. We're gonna find out. Yes. Correct. Great. Great. Just what I wanted. Jennifer Bowen, I'm in bed. Feels like we're just chatting. Ooh, tell me more, Jennifer Bowen. Okay, great. I think I could take it down a little bit. But if I take it down too far, then it starts getting into my fine lines, and then I'm like, well, now I just look like a cakey apple witch. But I'm gonna try to like blend it into that. All right, it's all gonna come together because we're going to do mascara. Also, twins. Guys, run, do not walk to this palette. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like this, you could use this every day. Pops of color, you got a couple pops of color in there. This is like my jam. You could also just love using just a metallic as a one and done, calling it a day, get out of town. Can you make me another drink?
Yeah.
Thank you. Just, okay. Wait, what's happening? Okay, so now I'm going to use my, did I share the deets on the ring? I forgot to put the ring in the description box, but once I'm done, I will put, this is my favorite turquoise ring I think I've ever had. And my earrings, what do my earrings say? Can you see? Can you see? I forgot to put those in there too. I'll put them in afterward. Okay, so now, Sherry, your hands are perfect and mine are like a skeleton. Why? I doubt your hands are like a skeleton. Just exfoliate and like just rub some moisturizer on those babies. A turquoise ring is so trendy, Peachy says. You know, I would argue, I mean, I'm not, yes, fine. But I would argue a turquoise ring is so classic. Like, when has a turquoise ring not been classic? It's just a Western, gorgeous stone. We love a turquoise situation. We love a turquoise ring. I'm just saying. Okay. This is the Lancome Lash Idol. There's, wait. Just wait a second. Mascara. So there's a little bit of fallout I have to clean up, but I'll clean it up. This is a terrible time for me to tell you to make me a drink because now I'm, hold on a second. Okay. 1 second. Let me get my drink. Thank you. Thank you. Well made. I mean, really, you can't go wrong with a vodka cran. You just can't. You just can't. People are loving, I see, people are loving the, this Lancome mascara. Peachy, vodka cran is the drink of the people. Is that why I got ill off of it when I was 21 and I literally like was in bed for 3 days? Is that what makes something the drink of the people? Because if so, you're correct. Ding, 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 ding. You are the winner. So people are kind of comparing this to Born to Run, the Born to Run palette, which I can definitely see the, I feel like, well, I don't know. I think I'll be talking out of my ass if I start talking about that, but I have used that palette. I feel like that palette was, am I wrong in saying it was a little bit more like pop of color pigmented than this is? I loved the Born to Run palette. Do I have blue nail polish? Girl, I get gels. I get gels. I mean, I do have blue nail polish, but Yes, Marie Nails. Yes, Tina knows. She goes to Marie Nails in New York City. I turned her on. She's a convert. Tell you what, the best gel nails in New York City. Run, do not walk. Can't. Katie, vodka and orange juice made me its bitch a long time ago, and I've never danced with that devil ever since. Oh, wow. Oh, I turned, that's right. Tina is so I turned Tina on to celery juice. Because when I can, I try to have a celery juice every morning before my coffee. Because I just feel like, you know, it counteracts things. No, it's supposed to be, it's really good. It's really good for you. I can't tell you why right now. Don't expect me to tell you why. Just Google it, but it's good for you. No, I actually started drinking it when I was working on my last cruise ship contract. And like, I just felt like a flaming bag of trash all the time because, well, living on a ship, recycled air, it was the worst. And it made me feel rejuvenated in the morning. Peachy, do you ever put false lashes and then after think, dang, that was not the move? Peachy, no, I don't. And the reason is because I've thought that enough times about false lashes that I stopped. I don't do false lashes. I don't like false lashes. I'm not saying I don't like them on other people. I think other people can look beautiful in them. They irritate my eyes. They're super extra. I feel, no, I don't like them. I was trying to tell you what I feel like, and then I was like, everything I'm gonna say is probably gonna be offensive, so I'm gonna just back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. No. No. Christine S., I do juice cleanses on weekdays, then get absolutely hammered on vodka on weekends. Hey, listen, I think you're balancing it out, is what that's called. Okay. Well, I think we have enough mascara on. I love the shape of this brush. This brush. Okay, now, I thought this was gonna be, thank God I did everything I did before the live stream, like my base, because this is just very lengthy. Okay, now I'm gonna put my other glass to the side. I'm going to brush away. See if I can brush away any fallout. That's pretty decent. There's a little bit of shimmer, but like, whatever. Glitter fallout, am I right? Yep. Great. Guys, this palette, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think there are so many things, like, I wouldn't normally spend this much time on an eye look because I'm lazy, but there's so much to be done with it. There's boring shit to be done with it, an everyday look. Like I said, there's a one and done shimmer to be done with it. Like this eyeshadow alone is a one and done. Like a shimmery turquoise, I just hit myself in the face. A shimmery turquoise eyeshadow, blend it out, get the hell out of town. Just get it out of town. Listen, when you're right, you're right. Looks like I'm right. Okay, so now I'm going to, be super extra, and quickly going to take my Fenty Fly Pencil in Puppy Eyes, and I'm going to do my waterline. Do you see how easily that goes into the waterline? It's crazy. I love this eyeliner. I love it. Perfect. Bye, Tony. And this is a shimmery metallic bronze eyeliner. Perfect. Salt and pepper. Do I like e.l.f.? Yes, I do. Okay, now, guys, I've been waiting for this moment. Blush. You know it's killing me. You know it's killing me. This was sent to me by Sherry Ford. This is a relatively brand new product for Nars. It is the Air Matte Blush in the shade Torch, which is a bright coral shade, which I thought would really go with the look. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. This is very similar to the Shiseido Minimalist Whipped Powder Blush. What the hell? What the hell? Yes. Yes, please. You know, with false lashes, here's the thing. I spent my life in theater, right? And like everyone claims you have to have false lashes. And it just, that's what I associate it with. I associate it with this very theatrical, like, I've got giant fake caterpillars hanging off my lids. And it just doesn't feel, it's like not a natural look. And we all know that. No one's arguing that false lashes are a natural look. But I spent too many years trying to do that in theater, and I hate it. I hate it. I don't hate it on other people. I don't like it for myself. Okay, this is amazing. This blush is amazing. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like, I knew I was gonna love this product. So thank you, Sherry Ford, for sending it my way. It is kind of like Exhibit A, you're right, which is weird because it's a little orangier than that, just like a little bit, but it's very similar. Okay, obsessed. Great, another blush I'm obsessed with. Like, I needed another one. Okay, now I'm going to use a brand new, there's a lot of new stuff in this video actually. The Nars Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. If you have not tried these, they are beautiful matte lip products. So this is called Do Me Baby. I know so many of you are like, enough with the sexual connotation names of the Nars products. Listen, it's their thing. It's their thing. Amber Rose Music is here, everyone. She had to teach a voice lesson, but she's here. So this is a warm rose, which I thought would be really suitable toward this whole like desert palette situation. And it does go on very buttery. Jolynn Foster, there's a woman police officer in my town that wears these intense giant false lashes on duty. They look ridiculous. I want to say something so badly to her, but I don't want to get arrested. Jolynn, don't do that. No unsolicited feedback, no matter how terrible someone looks. That's my MO. Okay, well, I'm pretty much obsessed with that shade, and I actually didn't really expect to be. I was like, okay, that could be nice. What? Wow. Really gorgeous. Let me just, I feel like I went a little bit more, I feel like this needs a little bit more turquoise over here. Just a tad. Yes, that's correct. Now, last but not least, I am going to use my Aether Beauty Crystal Charged Cheek Palette. I have not used this highlight yet. Right here. So we're gonna use that. What? And I always like to just take it up into the eyeshadow because why not? Like just tie it all in, you know? I'm just going to take my powder brush and just blend everything in just to make sure everything seems seamless. Okay guys, so that's the finished look. This is like a full beat for me. This is a very, I can't remember the last time I used this. This many shades. I'm glad I don't have a black eye now. This palette is absolutely stunning, and I feel like it's very, very approachable. I feel like I do feel like this can work with a lot of skin tones. It has warms and cools in it. I absolutely love it. And I like the pop of color. Like I like this turquoise underneath the eye. It's not something I normally gravitate toward, but this is a very I feel like I should be wearing a suede jacket in jeans, getting up on a horse, riding off into the desert. Tina Scariano, oh my God, you look like a cowgirl goddess, boots and spurs and glam, love, love, love. Yeehaw! Guys, I absolutely love, I love it. Just run, do not walk. I love this palette. It's not often that I really love a palette. I'm like, okay, palettes, we get it. Too many palettes. But I also feel like I have an entire drink that I haven't had, and I need to go and make some freshly. Right now. Right now. So again, I'm going to wrap it up. But if you guys, before you leave, could give this a thumbs up, do all the things, subscribe to my channel, yada shmada bada. And Wednesday, I'll be back for another happy hour live stream. And I will see you guys then. Cheers till next time. Bye.